Hello, my name is James from Linkit. In this video, I'll be walking you through the process of creating a test company in Syspro 8 from your live company. Many organizations have the need for a test company that can be used for various purposes like training new staff members or testing new processes. Our first step in creating our test company is to actually make a backup of our live company. In order to do this, I will go into SQL Server Management Studio, find my live company, right click on it, go Tasks, and select Backup. By default, we're going to back up to the disk, and it's going to back up to the default backup location as set up in SQL. I'm executing the backup run, and I've now backed up my live database successfully. I can then go and check into my default location and see that I have a backup file for my live company. The next step is to actually restore this backup to a test company database. In order to do that, I will go into Microsoft SQL Management Studio, right click on Databases, and go Restore Database. In my Restore Database screen, I will select Device and go and browse for the backup file I just created. If I go Add, it will navigate to the default backup location, and there I can see the backup file I just created. Once I select that, I can go OK. And the most important part here is to change the destination database name. So I'm going to back this up to a database called Syspro Test and initiate the restore. SQL has successfully restored my database as Syspro Test, and I now have that in my Object Explorer. The most important part here is to note that I've just restored my live company into a new database called Syspro Test, but in my database itself, there's a company indicator. All the general ledger files refers to the original live company indicator, the company ID being A or B or C or D or whatever your company ID is. We now need to change this to your new company ID. So I want to create a company in Syspro called T for test. In order to do so, Syspro has a download file in this location. So you can navigate to infozonesyspro.com support, Syspro 7 scripts, company 8 copy.sq. If I navigate or put that link into my browser, I'll be able to download the company ID change SQL script. So there's my web address. If I navigate to that, it's going to ask me if I'm to download that SQL script. I'm going to go OK. If I now look in my downloads folder, I will find that SQL script there. Note that you need to change the extension of that SQL script to SQL. Once I've changed that, I can actually double click on that SQL script and it will open it up in Server Management Studio. So what I want to do here is I want to use my newly created test company database. So this is going to be Syspro Test, the one I just created. And I want to change my company indicator within the database from live to test. So my old company ID here would be whatever my live company ID is, and my new company ID would be what I want my test company indicator to be. Once I've changed those three parameters, I can execute the SQL script and it will run through the database and change all relevant company indicators. In my results tab, I can now see that my company ID changed from edu1 to T. The next step is to actually change the Syspro DB file or table so that Syspro knows which company database belongs to which company ID. In order to do that, I will navigate to my Syspro DB database, open up my tables and navigate to the table called Syspro Admin. If I right click on that and edit the top 100 rows, I can now put in my new company ID, which is T, which database it refers to, sys next, and what the collection is of that database. Default collation for Syspro, be Latin 1 General 1. Once I've added that row, I can close this query and I can now log into Syspro. Put in my username, and if I browse, I now have a new company T. Quite important to check that the script did indeed change the company indicators in the control files as well. In order to do that, I go to Setup, Setup Options. I'm in company T. I'm going to open up or expand my company options here and go to Options. And here I can see that my ledger file for my company is company T and my inventory file for my company is company T. And I now have a test company as a copy of, exact copy of the live company. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, you may also benefit from other videos we create. So subscribe and click the notification button to get notified each time we post a new video. Also follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook at Linked Solution. Cheers.